So you guys were asking this for a long time, and now that we have Pixel in the house, how about we start with the first ever What's on my Android video. Now I have this theory that most people spend 70% of their time using the same kind of application. These are the must-have apps like Chrome, YouTube, making phone calls, WhatsApp, etc. Usually these applications are from big multinational companies, and the next 20% come from a bit smaller companies. These are the apps that are tailored for groups of people. Like if you are active on Facebook, then you will use the Facebook app, and if you are a Reddit user like me, then you will most probably have the Reddit app instead of Facebook. And the rest 10% are from the small indie developers. These are the applications and the games that are very niche. Kind of like what we covers in the Cool New app and the Little Known Gem series. And in this video I will give you my top 20 apps that I use 90% of my time. So yeah, let's get started. My primary phone right now is Google Pixel, and I have to say this is one of the best phone that I ever had. Yes, the design could have been nice, but a guy who prefers software over hardware, well, I am sold. Now I am not using any cases or tempered glass because one, this video is not supported by brand. And second, in the past, I have brought some cases for my Nexus 6 and 7, but as you know, they were all stolen, so I have stopped believing in the whole concept now. Now, talking about the software, this Pixel is running the latest Android, which in my opinion doesn't bring anything new to the table, and it was quite expected. So every alternate version of Android brings a big update like Nougat and Lollipop, while the other brings some minor improvement, basically buying time for the next year. Okay, now let's get started with the application. For the wallpaper, I'm using Dark Ops app. It is made specially for the AMOLED screens, and the wallpapers are pretty good. In the home screen, I'm running a Pixel launcher. Now I know, I always say Nova Launcher is the first thing that I install on my phone. And well, since it's running Android, there has been some problem. And Pixel Launcher isn't bad in any way. You get Google Now on cards when you swipe right. And I really enjoy the icon option. So if you long press on the phone app, you will get the most dial contacts. Or if you do the same with the Chrome app, then you will get the option to open incognito mode. Now if you go to the desktop, you will see the most used application, the phone, Chrome, YouTube, Play Store, etc. Now for sending mails, I prefer Inbox over Gmail, mostly because it works as a to-do list instead of a traditional Gmail app. Now on the top we have the Solid Explorer. It is a paid application, but ever since ES File Manager went down, I'm happy to pay a small amount rather than having an app selling my data. Next is the AirDroid, which I use to transfer files from my computer to Android, but right now it's not working with the Android, and I guess I will have to go back to Nougat. Next we have WhatsApp, which is kind of a big deal in India, and since I don't use Facebook, I have to use WhatsApp to keep in touch with people. Now moving on, we have is Uber, and since I'm not a big fan of driving or public transport, I take Uber for the office. Next we have Google Maps, which is pretty self-explanatory. And moving on to other home screen, we have Authy. So it's a two-factor authentication app where instead of getting an SMS, you get a computer generated code that lasts 30 seconds. And they also have a desktop app, which is why I use this application. Next I have TextPad, which is well a text expansion app and helped me to send a canned email response in email and comments. Moving on, we have the Twitter app, which I'm using actively these days. So the best way to keep in touch or get a quick reply is by connecting me over there. The username is TechWiser for Twitter or everywhere else. Next up we have the Pocket Cast app, and if you have been following me for a while, then you would know I'm huge into listening to podcasts and audiobooks whenever I'm traveling or going to bed. And Pocket Cast is what I use to listen to podcasts. It is a paid application though, so if you're looking for something free, try Podcast Addict. Now next we have the Feedly, which is where I get 50% of my news. Simply put, you can subscribe to the RSS feed of your favorite blog, and then every new article that they publish will automatically appear inside this application. Now it takes time to get used to this, but once you get the hang of it, it really eases up things for you. Next up in the line we have Syncro. It is a paid third-party Reddit client. And yes, I remember, you guys are asking for a Reddit tutorial, and I assure you, it is in the pipeline. Next up we have the YouTube Studio app, which I guess is a must-have for all the YouTube creators. But for an average consumer, well, it doesn't mean anything. And the same thing goes with the Splitwise app. And let me tell you a secret, I got the idea of TechWiser from this Splitwise app. So initially I thought this application was called Splitwiser instead of Splitwise. But anyways, if you share a flat with roommates, then this application makes a lot easier to split your daily expenses. Next we have Push Wallet, which I'm sure most of you already know. It lets you mirror your Android notification on your computer, and you can also transfer data without any authentication from any devices. Now on AirDroid, you have to tap on OK every time you want to use it, but Push Wallet works without any confirmation. But since there is a file size limit in the free version of Push Wallet, I mostly use it to send screenshots. And finally we have Audible. Now, since I'm one of those guys who love to read books but don't have time to read it, so I prefer to listen to its audiobook version. Though yeah, I strongly believe that Amazon should consider the price parity between India and US. $15 per month is too high, especially when there is a zero cost involved for shipping and printing. But for what it is worth, they do let you exchange your books if you don't like it in the between. And you cannot do that with the physical books. So right now I'm listening to A Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. And it is a good book if you are in early 20s, but I won't recommend it for people above 30s or something. However, my all-time favorite is The Autobiography of Elon Musk, and it was the first book that I have purchased on Audible, and I really loved it. Anyways, if you like to get your free book from Audible, check out the first link in the description below. The first book is free and then it's $15 per month, which you can cancel anytime you want. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now that we have a phone with awesome camera, how about we go live this Sunday? It's just a thought. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And yes, I will be back tomorrow with an awesome Wi-Fi security app. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel or click on the bell icon, do that now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you tomorrow. And yes, like always, thank you for watching.